Good afternoon, and welcome to the 5th Annual Foundation for the Future Luncheon. We have a great afternoon in store for you today. My name is Susan Bach, and I have the great honor and privilege of serving on the board of directors for the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation. I'm going to be honest with you, I was really nervous and super apprehensive when I was invited by the foundation to speak to you today. My ties to this community are not as long-standing as perhaps many of you in this room. But when I got down to it, I realized that that doesn't matter. What matters is my commitment to education, equitable education, and opportunity for the students of Grand Rapids Public Schools. So today, we're going to focus on literacy, because literacy is the foundation for the future. Throughout this hour, we will be highlighting literacy and its direct connection to success in life. Literacy is not only about reading, it's about so much more. It's about understanding what you've read, applying it to your life, to a moment or a task. It's really about effective communication. Literacy is the foundation for the future. And today we come together, diverse in so many exciting ways, to support the almost 17,000 students of Grand Rapids Public Schools. And what a fantastic turnout it is. On behalf of the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation Board of Directors, leadership and staff, thank you. Thank you for being with us today and joining in our mission to help ensure every GRPS student is given the opportunity to succeed. Today, we will help break down barriers to opportunity. And by being here, you're showing support and the belief that every student deserves a high quality and meaningful education. I would like to take a moment to thank our wonderfully dedicated 2018 Foundation for the Future Luncheon presenting sponsors, Lake Michigan Credit Union and Steelcase. Please join me in thanking them. I'd also like to recognize and thank our amazing table captains. Because of their time and commitment to the students of Grand Rapids Public Schools, we have more than 550 guests at today's luncheon. Table captains, would you please stand so we can recognize you? Please also join me in recognizing the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation, our board of directors, staff, and numerous volunteers. Your commitment to the students of GRPS is critical, and we are so thankful for your work. Would you please stand so we can recognize you? Another very special group to recognize today is our co-ed Ottawa Hills Cross Country team. Not only recognizing them for being here today, but sharing in the celebration that the Ottawa Hills Girls Cross Country team won the OK White Conference last week. Congratulations. Also, I want to recognize a special group of donors. On your table, and scrolling behind me, you will see a sign naming our pencil box donors. These leaders are committed to strengthening educational opportunities for our students in GRPS, and they've already come together to raise over $23,000. Thank you, pencil box donors. Last, but certainly not least, we are thankful for the support of the GRPS Board of Education, the administration team, and of course the teachers and staff who work so tirelessly on behalf of our children. Many of our leaders are here today. Would you please stand and join me in thanking them for their leadership of the district? And then this afternoon, we will also get the privilege to hear from GRPS Superintendent Teresa Weatherall-Neal. Her passion and commitment to the Grand Rapids Public Schools and her unwavering belief in the unlimited potential of all of the children of this community shines through the district every day. Superintendent Neal's vision has always been and will continue to be about ensuring all children in the district are on a pathway to success. We are truly blessed to have Superintendent Neal at the helm of this district. And although she will be greatly missed when she retires, we know she will not be far away, because her passion for the children of GRPS is one that she will always carry. We all have a story, a start. Mine is that I was abandoned as a baby in South Korea. But I was blessed to be adopted by a wonderful family who loved, nurtured, and supported me. I didn't choose this life or this family, and I don't know why it chose me, but I am so grateful that it did. As my sister and I grew up, my parents instilled in us a sense of hard work and perseverance, teaching us when we put our mind to it and really dug in that we could be proud of what we would achieve and accomplish. Because of our hard work, we could be proud of our success also. And now, as a proud mother to 4 beautiful daughters, I've tried to instill that same philosophy. So because of my hard work and opportunities that were presented to me, I had a choice. I chose to work hard, to achieve, to make a difference in the life of my family, and now to make a difference in the lives of the students of GRPS. It's an honor to not only represent the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation, but also my employer, RDV Corporation. Recently, we joined with many of you to celebrate the life and legacy of Rich DeVos. He, along with his family, continue to have a tremendous impact on our community, and the spirit of their generosity is an inspiration. Rich often spoke of his belief in freedom, in opportunity, and in people. And in many ways, freedom offers people the opportunity to set their own path. Education is a huge part of that. In the crowd today, I see many colleagues and friends who represent a wide variety of companies and organizations throughout the Midwest, throughout this region. Together, we are the West Michigan workforce, and our strength is in our people. Strength that comes from our work ethic, our dependability, and our education. And a strong public school system creates the foundation for our future. For today, we are producing the workforce of tomorrow. All of your attendance here today makes a powerful statement that you care about the future of GRPS students. You are here because, like me, you want to ensure that all the students in GRPS are on a pathway to success. However, GRPS cannot do this alone. They need each one of us to support them through our time, our advocacy, and our financial resources. Last year alone, the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation was able to provide over $1.9 million in philanthropic impact to the Grand Rapids Public Schools. This impact reached every one of the almost 17,000 students in the district. And this is why I serve on the board for Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation. Because not everyone is born into opportunity. The doors to success are not open to everyone, or sometimes even visible. But what if we could open doors and lay pathways of opportunity for the students of GRPS? What if? Well, it's not really what if, it's how. It takes a community to provide our students with opportunities, for our students to not only succeed, but to thrive. And it takes leaders like each of you to support them. This is what makes the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation special, because it is uniquely placed to support the learning and development of the district students. Each year, the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation Board and team work together with GRPS to review their needs. The needs are great. With changes in government and educational funding, it is even more critical that we come together to provide students from all walks of life with a chance to learn and experience a strong education. Today, you will learn more about why the foundation exists, about literacy, and how we all play a crucial role in providing meaningful education to GRPS students. Together, we will continue to strengthen the educational experiences for all of our incredible and worthy GRPS students. Now I invite you all to enjoy this delicious lunch, and the program will begin shortly. Thank you.
I am full of pages and stories and tales about kings and queens and riding the rails, about presidents and states in a marathon race, about oceans and lakes and enormous tanks, about monsters and ogres and little green clovers, about dogs and cats and small-talking rats, about galaxies and stars and fast-moving cars, about music and songs and men and women who are strong, about mountains and caves and huge ocean waves. Flip through my pages and you will see we will have so much fun when you read with me. Hi, I am a book. I was created to be read. I was written with words in mind, to be explored, to be enjoyed, to be understood. I am a book. My words have meaning and are ready for you to discover. They are words to ponder and words to say, words that are written to be remembered throughout your day. I am meant to be studied. I am meant to be shared. My favorite place is in your care. When you open me up, I come alive. You turn my pages and your smile begins. I can't wait till you see how my story ends. I love to hear my words read out loud, with every voice a different sound. When I meet new friends, I wonder what their future holds. How will they change, inspire, and grow? I am a book, sparking your imagination with a world of make-believe and exciting exploration. My dream and hope for every child is to pick me up and read a while. I am a book.
Hello, my name is Sawyer Vernon. I'm in 3rd grade and I go to school at Buchanan Elementary. And this story is called The Crocodile's Toothache by Shel Silverstein. The crocodile went to the dentist and sat down in the chair. And the dentist said, "Now tell me, sir, why does it hurt and where?" And the crocodile said, "I'll tell you the truth. I have a terrible ache in my tooth." And he opened his jaws so wide, that the dentist, he climbed right inside. And the dentist laughed, "Oh, isn't this fun?" as he pulled the teeth out one by one. And the crocodile cried, "You're hurting me so. Please put down your pliers and let me go." But the dentist just laughed with a ho, ho, ho. And he said, "I still have 12 to go." Oops, that's the wrong one, I confess, but what's one crocodile's tooth more or less? Then suddenly the jaws went snap, and the dentist was gone right off the map. And where he went, one could only guess, to north or south or east or west. He left no forwarding address, but what's one dentist more or less?
You guys, that takes courage to get up in front of you. Let's give them a round of applause. So good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming today. I am Teresa Weather O'Neill, your superintendent, and I am proud to have serve as your superintendent. And before I get started, I do want to say that it has been an honor, truly my honor, to serve you not only Grand Rapids Public Schools, but to serve this entire community as your superintendent. These past 7 years, words just can't explain how we've been able to do this as a group, as a community. So I started in the district 44 years ago. I was a senior at Creston High School. And so for 44 years, I've had the opportunity to serve you. But sitting in this seat has been probably my biggest blessing, is to change the lives of children with the help of all of you. I enjoy these luncheons. I don't like attention, so everyone that knows me know I don't like speaking. But I have enjoyed you guys, and this is so bittersweet because this is my last Futures Luncheon as your superintendent. Not my last that I will attend, but the last as your superintendent. And I just want to thank the SAF board. Thank you for everything that you guys have done for these children. I also want to thank the staff. You guys, they work hard for these kids. That's right. And I want to thank my board. You guys, these are committed people. They are committed to the mission of the Grand Rapids Public Schools. And so I want to say thank you to my board. And thank you for taking a chance on me, right? So I want to thank you. You guys, I will be very brief. You know, when I started this job and asked you to come with me 7 years ago, you didn't hesitate, did not hesitate. And I just want to talk briefly about all that we have been able to do. In this last 7 years, our graduation rates are up by 50%. Absolutely. Dual enrollment and college placement. You guys, this is providing hope for children. This is providing hope. Up by 60%. We've cut chronic absenteeism. You may think everyone shows up. You guys, not everyone shows up, right? We've cut that by 60%. 60%. We have had the third highest composite scores for our kids getting to college. These are kids that didn't think they could go to college. The third highest, you guys. We've seen our enrollment stabilize. We are opening and expanding new schools. We are gaining not only state attention. You guys, people across this nation are saying, how are you guys getting that done? And I'm going to tell you, I told this to someone that wanted to write a book. And they said, give me sound bites. Give me something short. You guys, this is messy work. There is no short answer. It is because of you. It is because of me. It is because of us. We, Grand Rapids, did it the Grand Rapids way for our children. And for that, you guys, we are changing the narrative. You know, so SAF, they wanted me to talk about, and I will answer your question. I'm not sure who asked the question. But what was the kind of the pivotal moment as your superintendent? And I'm going to tell you, it was 7 years ago when I asked you to come along with me. You guys, I didn't know what I was doing and still don't some days. But I know this. I know we love each other. I know we love this city. I know we love the kids. And I knew at that time I had enough love for the district for everyone. And it is because of that. You dared to go with me on this crazy journey. You guys, but we have made a difference. We, all of us in this community, we have made a difference for these children. I am forever grateful for you. This luncheon just shows how committed you are. We talk about the Student Advancement Foundation. I told you I've been there. So my granddaughter asked, I was just sharing, my granddaughter asked me on Monday, Layla, how long I've been in the district. And I told her, I said, 44 years. She said, Nana, did you invent Grand Rapids Public Schools? I didn't invent it. But I will say, you guys, when we started the SAF, it was around athletics so many years ago, and it has grown so much, you guys. We are winning in sports, and for that I thank you. It's hard to get out there every week and lose. That's right, come on. But it is so much more. You guys have tackled literacy and environmental education, arts, math, science, technology, physical wellness. Yes, I do make people join Weight Watchers. You guys, we have done everything as a community. And without you, these kids don't have a chance. They don't have a chance. It takes everyone in this room to make this happen, you guys. Grand Rapids, we are the example for other cities, and I tell them, your answer is in your community, right? It's not just your superintendent or the board, it's in your community. I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for going on this journey with me. We know we have to focus on third grade reading. That's just a part of it, you guys. That's the law. But we do it because it's the right thing to do. We are Grand Rapids. We're going to follow the law. That's what we do. But we also know that reading is wonderful and it is good for children. And so our third graders will be on grade level. We want that to happen. And you can do so much. You can write a check to SAF. I'm not supposed to say that. Somebody else is going to do that part, but you should write a check. Sorry, Student Advancement Foundation. You guys, it takes all of us. And you should write a check. But that's not enough. You also need to get involved. Ask questions. Represent these children. Some of their parents may not know how to represent. Push on us. Push on me. Push on the next superintendent. I will. I'm not moving, you guys. I am committed to Grand Rapids. You guys, I just want you to know there are tutoring programs, there are ways for you to get involved as well. We need your voice, we need your knowledge, we need your belief, because sometimes it's hard as young parents. They don't know. We have to model for these young people. We have to model for them. From the bottom of my heart, again, I say thank you for allowing me to serve as your superintendent. But most importantly, thank you for just being Grand Rapids, doing what we do. That, I have to leave. I have another speech to make, so I am going to leave right now. But I just want to thank you guys for everything that you've done.
Literacy is the root of everything else.
To read is to learn.
Literacy is the foundation for the future because it sets us up for success.
Literacy is crucial. It is the only way to make it.
I like to read a whole bunch of books because I get to get smarter.
When I read one of the books that I love, it's called Where the Sidewalk Ends, I feel happy and it's very funny. My brain keeps growing and growing and growing and growing.
My favorite book is The Babysitter's Club because it's funny and there's like drama.
I usually check a book out and I sit down and read and I'm like in my own world.
Literacy to me can take you to places that you've never been, that maybe you'll never go.
Books go with you everywhere. I've read the story, I carry it with me whether I have the book with me or not.
In recent years, the definition of literacy has changed. And now we say that literacy is the ability to read, write, speak, listen, engage in numeracy, and use technology in a level that lets us achieve our purposes and engage fully in society.
It helps you through your life and it helps you solve things.
It's something that, it carries on for the rest of your life. It develops and it blossoms each year.
Buchanan is a school that has over 400 students, many of whom are English language learners. Buchanan is a neighborhood school, but it's also a cultural center. and it has a high percentage of teachers who are bilingual, so that they really support our students.
I ask the students, what books do you like? What kind of books do you like to read? And they tell me, they like Unity Jones, they like Goosebumps, and I try to order the books that the kids like. And I also have, bilingual books here. The parent can read to them in Spanish and they can read to her in English. So they both are learning.
They help me find books that I like and books that are not too hard and not too easy for me.
If we have students who are in our classrooms who are disengaged with the content that we are putting before them every single day, how can we make that content relate to their lives? In the state of Michigan, less than half of students who are entering the 4th grade are what we would call proficient in reading or on the English language arts assessment. So the stakes are pretty high, and that's why we need to ensure that we have the resources in place to help them.
I couldn't have imagined a partner that would say to us, you are our primary reason for existing. But that is what SAF has done. They have filled many of our gaps. One, especially around literacy. You probably have seen our beautiful, beautiful libraries that they have put in our schools, and they not only put them there, but they also maintain those libraries for us from year to year. They also provide very critical experiences that are important to literacy in a more indirect way. When children engage in a play or in an outdoor experience, they are building the background knowledge and the vocabularies that will help them to be successful while they're in the classrooms and in other situations.
The Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation helps fund literacy programs at Grand Rapids Public Schools. We are expanding on those classroom libraries, those books kids have available to them every day. That's our job at SAF, to keep those libraries current for GRPS.
I have a whole bunch of books in my class, and I read all the books. When I saw the new library and all the new books, I felt happy and excited to read them.
I felt very excited, and I would think that I would check out a bunch of books because a lot of them look very interesting to me.
If you're interested in this, I've got the resource for it. And that's one of the reasons why, the library is amazing, and when the kids come in, they're like, oh, I found this one. There's something for every taste in here. And part of what Student Advancement Foundation has done has brought that to them. It's about looking at the whole person, and that's what Student Advancement Foundation really, truly does.
I think with literacy, we're hitting on all our pistons. We're getting books into their hands thanks to Student Advancement Foundation.
Without SAF support, this library will not look like it is right now. It's just an amazing opportunity for our children. They deserve it, and they're using it, and they're enchanted. They really don't want to be absent from school.
I think it's important to have community partners such as the Student Advancement Foundation, and just having people there that care about them and that want to be with them to help them learn, to help them grow as kids, and to be the best they can be, because our kids have so much potential.
It is just an enlightening moment when I see all these great things happening for my children. And the only way this can happen is that our community and our supporters and our sponsors and our stakeholders understand that all their donations are coming to the places they're the most needed.
I think it is vital for businesses to give back to the community. We know that the students today are going to grow up to work in our companies, and they're going to be our customers, and they're going to be our members. And so having that support and growing that generation is going to come back and benefit the community 10 times over.
Whatever you do, whether it's college or a trade, whatever, you need that base of literacy. And it's so important for our students to know and to get to love to read.
It is the foundation. It is the piece that levels the playing field.
My favorite children's book is The Lorax. And I recently was reading this to my son, and I was reminded that my favorite quote is in The Lorax. It essentially says, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing will change. No, it will not. And I have always found that so powerful, because I think that is true in this community and true for our children at Grand Rapids Public Schools. That's the way that this community can come together, and they can help our kids dive deep into things that they may know nothing about that may change their whole future.
I like this book because it's too funny, and there's more right there.
I like learning about new things from all sorts of different kinds of books. I like laughing at the funny ones too. It is homework because I have a little reading log. But even if it weren't my homework, I would still do it every night. So that's how much I love reading.
When I came to the new library, I felt so happy. I felt thankful, and I will say thank you, SAF, for giving all these books.
Thank you, SAF, for giving all these books. Now that melts your heart. I'm going to go ahead and take what Kara said in the video about the great Dr. Seuss's children's book, The Lorax, and apply it right now. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Literacy is the foundation for the future, and these students are the foundation of our futures. My name is Ruth Postumus, and I believe in education. I believe in our community's students. And most importantly, I believe in an education that launches these children into successful futures. I believe. It is a great privilege and honor to stand with you all today as a representative of an organization whose sole purpose is to bridge the gaps and provide those resources necessary to make learning meaningful for GRPS students. And just by you being here, because you showed up, it is proof that you believe in the students of our great community. And you have a strong conviction that these same students, Sawyer, Ileana, Ezekiel, and Geraldo, are the foundation of the future. Literacy. Without the ability to understand the written word, how would we be able to communicate effectively? How, without the foundation of literacy, can we explore and share what our curiosities reveal? Without the ability to read, success is just an illusion. Literacy, without a doubt, is the foundation of the future. Today we have spoken a lot about literacy, and literacy is important, but so is the educational experience as a whole. I have been connected to urban education my entire life. My elementary years were spent in New Jersey, and during high school, my family uprooted and moved to the south side of Chicago. I've received an urban education. I've lived it. I chose a career in it, and that 33-year career brought me here to Grand Rapids. First as a middle school teacher, and then as the principal of Kennewa Hills Middle. I've had the greatest career. I've had the privilege to share my knowledge, my life's work with socially conscious, dynamic, energetic, enthusiastic, and beautiful middle school kids, all of whom could teach us adults a thing or two about justice and fairness. They truly are the foundation of our future. Although I am retired, my passion for education is still alive. And believe me, there were moments that it could have disappeared, but education is so vital. It's so vital to the students which it serves and is vital to our community. Simply, when we don't support meaningful education, we do a disservice to our children, because then we are neglecting to provide the key opportunities to enhance student learning, opportunities that have incredible power to lay pathways to fulfilling careers and trajectories of success. A few years ago, while I was a principal, my office received a phone call from a mother who needed help getting her son to school. The way I saw it, I had two choices. I could dismiss it and focus on all the other things going on, or I could do something about it. I chose to do something. When I arrived at their home, a weathered trailer, I wasn't greeted. After a few knocks, I let myself in. It was cluttered and unkept, and there on the worn-out couch lay my student's emaciated mother. I called out for her son. Apprehensively, he exited his bedroom and slowly approached. His eyes spoke an air of skepticism, a disbelief that I would actually come, that I actually stood in front of him in his own home. As his mom lay on the couch, he began to gather his things, and all packed up, we made our way out to my car. What do you need to do? What do you need today to be successful? I asked. He shrugged. I'm starving. I turned the key in the ignition. The car came to life. As I pulled out on the road, we made our way to breakfast. We talked and talked, each nutritious bite fueling his soul. And with one last slug of juice, he wiped his mouth. Are you ready to go to class now? I asked. He brought his hands up to his shirt, stained and dirty with at least a week's worth of grime. His dark eyes peering up at me just below the shield of his eyebrows, he whispered, do you have something clean I could wear? Back at school, there sat a stack of clean sweatshirts resting in the closet. I found his size and handed it to him. He took it, pulled it over, his hands popped out left and right, and his eyes made contact with mine. His perspective changed. He was now ready for school. You see, not every student goes through this, but the reality is students do. We don't know what obstacles stand in their paths from the beginning of their day to the end. Obstacles that for many adults are hard to traverse. But day in and day out, our students are met with challenges we can count ourselves lucky not to face. You see, in this district, we have every type of family and student coming from all four corners of the world. We have migrant families and students living with the uncertainty of family separation. We have students whose families are pillars of this community. We have bilingual, trilingual, foster kids that have moved schools so many times their records are 3 inches thick. We have students who carry the weight of responsibility meant for adults. We have students who excel regardless of circumstances. And we have students who struggle just to get out of the door. We have families in need, and we have families bursting at the seams with blessings. And do you know what? All of this doesn't matter because all students are gold and deserve the best education despite their circumstances. And this is where you and I and the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation can be a great equalizer, because the foundation believes in equitable education. Opportunity for all, no matter what. However, how do our students, our children succeed? Where do they develop their grit, their curiosity, their character? It's not by magic, I can assure you. All of society is responsible. The parents, teachers, social workers, clergy, neighbors, you. Because when we all work together, we can level the playing field. And in so doing, we are ensuring all of our students in this community have access to the best educational opportunities, the best libraries, the best music, the best art, the best. Don't you see that when we give of our time and resources, we are investing in something greater than ourselves, our children's futures. Today is about removing obstacles and coming together behind every single student and saying, you are worth it. It's about breaking down barriers that keep students from succeeding. It's about building bridges that close the gap. It's about the students and providing them a meaningful education, equitable to their peers in other districts. Today, you can be a catalyst for change. You can be the spark that unleashes new dreams. Today, you can help all of our students learn, grow, and thrive. This is not just an investment in GRPS libraries or the foundation. It is truly an investment in our future, our children. The Grand Rapids Public Schools has made so many tremendous strides over the past few years, but they and we cannot do this alone. Our students come from all walks of life and may face tremendous challenges, and I'm sure you would agree that access to the best educational opportunity should not be one of them. If we desire a community that exhibits grit, self-control, gratitude, optimism, and curiosity, we need to believe in all students. Your gift today sends a strong message of support to educators, to the district, and to this great community. By giving, you are impacting the educational success of each and every student in this community today and tomorrow. Scrolling behind me, you can see the impact your dollars make on the students. Of course, these are representative examples of the real costs of our work at the foundation. My hope is that through today's program and the stories shared, you would consider changing a student's educational trajectory through a financial gift, perhaps even a monthly commitment. Your gift today is a personal statement of commitment to a strong, urban, public school system that has proven year after year that these investments yield incredible returns. Let's be yes people and generously support the young people of our community as if they are our very own. Now, table captains, please pass out the pledge cards. It's simple. You now have in your hand a pledge card. Please take a moment to review and complete it. We hope you will consider a stretch gift. And if you do, I can promise you, you will feel tremendous. We know and respect that we all have different financial means, and whatever you are able to give, I can assure you it has the power to make a mighty impact. Your support at any level is truly appreciated. Okay, everyone is getting active here. I don't want to interrupt, but I do want to take this opportunity to say thank you to each and every one of you for sharing your valuable time with us here today. When you've completed filling out your cards, please pass your envelopes back to your table captain. On behalf of the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation, thank you for coming today. Thank you for being part of the story. We hope you join us on April 24, 2019 for our Mindshare celebration. I promise you this is an event you will not want to miss. Thank you, thank you, thank you.